I got some fire. We're gonna talk about some fire. Got some little fire right here. But nah, this ain't even the fire I'm talking about, though. I got some other fire too. But there's more to it than this fire. I'm gonna try to be brief, because I do tend to make a short story long, so I'm gonna try to make a long story short. You know, some people that do know me, right? A lot of people know I used to sell weed, you know, amongst a lot of other drugs and stuff like that, whatever. Anyway, short story, I've been selling drugs for a nice long time, for a nice, you know, nice minute, whatever. You know, God, you know, whatever. Since I was like a kid, on and off, I got a spiritual background, you feel me? I believe in God, you know. Jesus saved my life, you know. He carried me, he gave me peace, man, you feel me? There's a lot of things that God did for me. So, you know, I want to talk about this fire, you feel me? I'm gonna try to, like I said, I'm going to try to keep it brief, but it's a little overwhelming. There's some fire right here, though. You know, everybody like that fire. There's some fire that people ain't going to like, though. But anyway, this right here. I don't know, people probably ain't seen me in a minute. I started out like, you know, like a year and a half ago. I was selling weed, whatever. For whatever reason, you know. And I was just doing what I wanted to do, whatever. Not too much of a wise decision, but it is what it is, you know. There's a lot of people that I know, like, that know me, and they think, yo, like, it's a cool thing, you know, especially when you see something like this. I ain't gonna lie, there's some fire. There's another fire I'm gonna get to shortly, you feel me? Anyway, it's just like, recently, I was out here, I feel like I was doing my thing. Started selling weed for a little bit, like last summer, like 2022. I feel like I'm running it up, getting a couple dollars, whatever, and all this. Whatever, just to give a little brief background. I come from a little background of drugs, all that type of stuff. Everything, selling drugs, using drugs, or whatever, you know. You know, God's, you know, delivered me from that lifestyle many years ago. For real, I know I ain't gotta use drugs to feel good or nothing like that. I ain't gotta sell drugs to make money. I really don't. I got some skills, got some things I'm good at. I got a criminal record and everything. I've been in jail, all that type of stuff. And you know, people like, oh, it's hard to get a job. I got a record, whatever, man. It's not too hard to get a job. It's not. I'm gonna be honest. Like, when I was just out there, I was selling drugs. I was doing it because I wanted to, because this is what the things that I wanted to do. I ain't really nothing that I really had to do. Anyway, getting to my point, like, I don't gotta sell drugs to make money. Whoever feel like they do, you know, I would never try to convince you otherwise. But you know, as far as for, you know, God, like, really saved my life. He really changed some things around for me. You feel me? So I always knew I never had to do that to live. Like, I don't gotta live that life, but I was still living anyway because that's something I wanted to do. I turned my back on God. So I'm like, I feel like I was just subject. You know, when you turn your back on God, you know, the devil, you know, he step in. Like, you ain't under God's protection. You subject to anything that's going to come along with the devil. He the prince of the power of the air. He got dominion over the earth. The drugs, the money, the sex, the hate, the killing, the violence, all that. You subjected to all that. And I knew that. I was aware of that. But I was, selfish. Like, it's some people that's out there that's living and they feel like they gotta sell drugs to make money. God's people don't gotta live like that. We really don't gotta live like that. We don't gotta sell drugs to make money. I know I don't. And there's some people that really feel like they do because they don't know no other way out. For me, God was my way out of that lifestyle. I turned my back from that lifestyle plenty of times and God really delivered me from that lifestyle. But for my own selfish reasons, I went back to that. But I want some people to know that that's not the way. Like, it's a way that you can live and you can have peace in your mind. Where you don't gotta be stressed, depressed, getting oppressed, getting beat down by the devil out there, selling drugs, using drugs, I guess dealing with different people for whatever form of gratification to make yourself feel good. We don't really gotta live like that. It's a way that we can really live peaceful, for real, for real. God did that for me. And there's some people that don't know the way, so I feel like it was real selfish of me to know that and for God to really do something good in my life and me to turn my back on him for the cares of the world, for me to go run and get some money and do the stuff that I wanted to do. Like, people think it's a cool thing to sell drugs. For me, like, I done got family members, loved ones, close people that died from drugs. And I stopped selling drugs, and my motivation where I said, if I want my family free from drugs, I need to stop selling them. I need to free somebody else's family. If I stop selling drugs for the rest of my life and one person in my family stop using drugs 5 years from now and remain drug free for the rest of their life, me never selling the drug again is worth it. I said that, I'm like, I don't never gotta sell drugs again. I got skills, I done got a job, and still turned around and started selling drugs again. My mom OD'd. Thank God she's still living. My cousin OD'd, he came out of that. Not recently, not too long ago, he died, whatever. The point that I'm getting to is people make it seem like it's a cool thing and it's really not. Like, I was just really like fighting the addiction. I noticed a lot of patterns that led me back down to that lifestyle of drugs and all that. So I was trying to dodge the potentials of getting those desires. Because I like to smoke weed. That's what I used to do. So I'm like, man, I ain't trying to keep smoking weed. I feel like I'll neglect my kids. I don't want to expose them to it. I don't want to have them around it. Stuff like that. So I kind of locked myself away. Because I like to do it. Like, I'm doing it all day. My high go down, I'm getting high again. It's like, I noticed that. I'm like, nah, bro, I can't keep living like that. So I know I can't smoke weed. I started selling it. Started getting some money, whatever. I started branching off. I'm selling coke. I'm selling dope. I'm selling K2, E-pills, perks, Xanax, Suboxones, liquor, you name it. Cigarettes, whatever I get my hands on, I'm selling. I'm trying to make money. I'm trying to... the Bible says the love of money is the root of all evil, so I'm being blinded. I know for a fact that this money thing ain't really what it's cracked up to be, for real, for real. I can really trap hard, and this is really the key word to trapping is trap, for real, for real. It's really a trap set out there, for real, for real. I can really trap hard. I can do what I do. I can make $1 million by next week, next month. Not realistically, but, hypothetically speaking, if I do, and die within that same week, that money ain't going with me. That money is not going with me. That money ain't going with nobody. Everybody talk about, all right, generational wealth. You got to leave it to your kids, this and that, da, da, da. If you don't leave a proper foundation for your kids, bro, that money don't mean nothing. You ain't got no wisdom on what to do with money. Money's going to rule you, and that's what's going to define your character. Money should not define you. It was times where I was flat broke, not a dollar in my pocket, and I had more peace in my life than when I had thousands of dollars. I do not sell drugs. I don't have to sell drugs. There's a lot of people out there that feel like that they do, and you really don't. You can give your life to God, and God can really make a way. Like, people really want a way out, but they don't know a way out. They feel like it's no way out. It's really a way out of that lifestyle, though. It really is. And I was selfish enough because I wanted to do what I wanted to do. I probably could have helped save a lot of people's lives by really telling them the truth. Like, yo, we don't got to live like this. People seen the change that God made in my life. But the fact that I turned my back on him and I went back out there and started living and doing the same things that he delivered me from, it probably made people question God. And I really feel bad about that, because people could have been close to, dang, he's saying Jesus saved his life. I do see a change in his life. He used to be out here tripping. He was selling drugs. He was doing this. But now he back out here doing the same stuff. Like, is Jesus really real? He really is still real, though. He really is real. That was my selfishness. And if there's anybody that ever seen me and know my background and know, my spiritual aspect in my life with God, and if you had any hope in Jesus, or if you did start to come to any belief that maybe God is real, don't let the fact that you seen me turn back to those ways make you question God, because he's still real. And he the same God that changed my life before, he did it again. I was just out here selling everything I could, like right now. This the fire I was talking about. Well, I started off talking about this fire, but this ain't the fire for real. The fire I'm talking about, I really want to talk about, is hell. Hell is real, bro. We gonna die. We gonna live this life, bro. Our spirit's gonna go back to God. Our soul gonna find a resting place, heaven or hell. If we think we just about to live this, when everybody die, be like, all right, he in a better place. She in a better place. Man, that's not true. If everybody in a better place, then who's going to hell? Everybody going to heaven? Everybody can live any type of way that they want to live, and they're going to go to heaven. Nah, not so. That's not true. But anyway, you feel me? It's the K. It's another thing. They going crazy over, for real. Little bit of dope, little bit of coke, all that. Just really that, right? But, and I've been sitting on this for like weeks, for real. It's a little crushed up Xannies and all that. I've been sitting on this for weeks because I was trying to get myself together, and I knew what I was going to do with it. I knew I ain't want no parts of it. I knew, I'm like, man, I'm about to flush this. A couple people like, you bugging, get that to me. Nah, I ain't giving it to you. I could make a nice little couple dollars off or whatever. I don't want it. This just half of the different substances I was selling, for real. But I'm like, man, nah, I ain't even beat, right? But I held on to it because I'm like, all right, let me get my mind right. Let me get myself back, inclined and in connection with God and stuff like that. He really saved my life. And another thing, them perks. I was bad on them perks, like terrible. Probably take like 15 perks a day. For the past 6 months, probably to like 8-9 months, every single day, I'm popped out. I just started off, I'm like, I pop a little half, pop a 10, no more than a 10. Before I know it, I'm at 1.5, I'm at 2. Before I know it, I'm at 4. I'm dumping 4 perks. A couple times I tried to stop. When I was at like 2, I tried to stop. I locked myself away. I'll be by myself. I ain't answering my phone. I ain't trapping tonight. I ain't taking I still got the perks in my business. I started off selling them for real. But it's like, eventually I started taking them. But, so recently, I'm just like, I try to stop. And I caught a case too, to be honest, you get what I'm saying? But that's not like the motivating factor of me not selling drugs, because it's still a way where you can do things. I just don't want to live like that. I don't gotta live like that. it's mad things that was just giving me a reminder that, bruh, you don't gotta live like this. Why you out here like this? You get what I'm saying? So anyway, it was stuff that was happening to me. People were stealing from me, stealing out my car. I'm talking about not low eighth, nigga find an eighth in my, excuse me, person find an eighth in my car. I'm talking about thousands of dollars worth of weed. Stole one of my rentals. I'm out here at a different rental car, different e-bike, this and that. Man, look, it ain't cool. It might look cool. It might seem like it ain't nothing but an illusion, bro. This money thing, this drug, whatever come along with that lifestyle, ain't nothing but an illusion. They push this agenda and this music and social media, etc., through all these different types of platforms, and they glorify this money like it's a big thing. It's only big as you make it, for real, for real. It's people out here with billions of dollars, millions of dollars, thousands of dollars, and they miserable. They will never get peace in their life again. They'll never be able to get a good night's rest, some of them. Anyway, back to, you know, the point where it's like, I know that there's some people that tired of living that lifestyle. It's a repeated cycle. It's the same thing over and over. Sometimes it seems fun. Sometimes it's like, all right, man, it's whack, whatever. But you tired of living like that, but you just don't know no other way to live. Because our environment, that's where we come from. This is what's going on. But, bruh, everybody want to get away. Everybody want to get away, man. I'm about to move down south. Bro, I want to go to Miami. I got to go to Atlanta. This and that, that. You don't even got to go away to get away. You don't got to go away to get away. Because at the end of the day, God can provide a way of escape for that life. You don't got to live that lifestyle. The life of sin, the life of this, that, whatever type of life you want to live, you don't have to live like that, for real. And that was just out there. So at the end of the day, like, for me to be living that, it's definitely, like, it's really a big thing. Like, I'm not just talking just to be talking. If anybody know me, to know the life that I was living, to know, like, yo, bro was out here. Some people probably don't know, but some people know, like, I was, you know, doing my thing, but my thing ain't the right thing, like. But a lot of people feel like, yo, if I got a couple bands, I'm alright. Like, nah, bro, because at the end of the day, how many people you know that died within a matter of this year? Within a matter of the last couple months? We popping perks. The perk, oh yeah, the perky, this and that, da da da, perk 10, perk 30, da da da. How many people you know that died off of a fake perk? Yeah, I popped a fake perk. I'm still alive. I thank God. Rest in peace to the ones that didn't make it, but God did that for me. God saved my life. So I really got to tell somebody, it's somebody out here that want to stop taking perks. But they body keep calling, like at the end of the day, my body was calling it too. God healed that pain. I got over that hump. I got over that withdrawal. I got over that. And God seen me through. You know, it's some people that got a different tolerance than me. Maybe they up to 8 perks at a time, whatever. I don't know, but I just know mine. Like, I was up to like 4. Probably 15 a day, almost 20 a day. That withdrawal that I went through, like, I went to the hospital, you know, I was fighting the cold turkey. I ain't taking no Suboxone. If I can get, man, if I could be drug-free, if I can get this drug out of my system, I'm not taking no other substance. Because that's a money scheme too. The Suboxone and the methadone and Subutex, all that. Don't get me wrong. It can help for some people, depending on your tolerance, depending on your willingness. Cool, I'm not trying to discourage nobody from it, but I know that that's addictive too. Just for me, if I want to get off drugs, I don't want no substance in my body, period. I don't want nothing that's going to be a potential addiction for me if I'm trying to fight this addiction right here. If I get these drugs out of my system, I don't want them in my system no more, period. Because They want me dead. The devil, his demons, the people that know that these joints is fake but just trying to get a couple dollars and whatever. Bruh. You could put some fake pills in a actual script bottle to make it seem like, bruh, it's all types of tricks. They crafty. But God saved my life, man. He really saved my life. So at the end of the day, you know, the point that I'm making is like, you don't gotta sell drugs to make money. You don't gotta take drugs to feel good, to feel at ease, to feel happy, to feel like you got some peace, some joy at the end of the day, bro. The best times of my life was when I was drug free. The best times of my life when I was living my life that God see fit for me to live. I was living like that for a couple years straight. I turned my back on God for my own reasons. And at the end of the day, that's not good enough anyway. So as far as this other fire, you know, the fire, the blood, right? The point I was getting to, I was trying, like, you know, there's people out here that, you know, don't want to live like that. You don't gotta sell drugs to make money, right? Like, if I'm telling somebody they don't gotta sell drugs to make money, what's the best way to show and tell them? I could tell you, yo, God can provide for you, bro. You can get a job, like, bro, just trust in God, just have faith, right? What's the better way for me to show you than this? What's a better way for me to tell you than this? What's a better way for me to really, like, yo, and for real, they like, yo, this some gas. Like, for real, this really is. I told a couple people, they like, nigga, you bugging, bro. Like, get after me. No, I'm not. What's the best way for me to really, like, the person ain't gonna take me serious. They ain't gonna take my God serious if I'm like, yo, Jesus really changed my life. He saved my life. Bruh, I don't gotta sell drugs. I don't gotta live like that. You don't gotta live like that either. He can change your life. But you'll look at me like a hypocrite. That's the K2 right here. They like that. They be calling that gas too. And I've been sitting on this for a couple weeks for real. Just trying to get my mind together. Really trying to. I was planning on doing this video because there's some people that don't know me, that don't see me, that didn't see me out there, but might want a different lifestyle. They might want a way out. Like, for me, man, Jesus was the way. He could be the way for you. You feel me? It's more. It's the Zans right here. I'm sorry if any fish or whatever, as far as the sewer system, if that affect anything, but it's the best way for me to dispose of it. That dope. I'm like, yo, man, I'd never sell a bag of dope again. When I started selling the weed, I'm like, I sell some bud. I started like compromising with it, trying to justify, make a little sense or whatever. I sell a little bud. I ain't selling no coke. I ain't selling no dope. Before I know it, I was selling like, I done sold up to like 9, 10 different substances. Oh snap! Look, a little sneaky John, a little bud still left in there. It's the coupe. So anyway, what's a better way? It's a better way for me to be like, yo, you ain't gotta live like that, bro. You don't gotta sell drugs. It's a lot of young people. The young people, they the ones that's really being deceived into thinking money is everything. Money really ain't everything. You can get money a legitimate way and live a peaceful life. You don't gotta have the thousand. You don't gotta be the one with the bands. You don't gotta be the one with the bands. You could be good with your little couple $100. Look, this too hard. I can't even crack that. But you don't gotta be the one with the thousands of dollars. You ain't gotta drive the nicest cars and be with all the females and be the ones that dudes look up to. You don't gotta be the violent and be running around with guns. Like, You don't gotta do that. What's a better way for me to tell somebody that I could tell you that all day? Or what's a better way for me to show you? A couple dudes like, bro, you bugging, get after me. Nah, because there's some people that's really out here that really don't want to live this lifestyle. I'm trying to really show them though. I ain't just telling them. I'm trying to really show them like, yo, you ain't gotta live like that, bro. You don't gotta sell drugs to make money. You could take up a little trade. You can you get what I'm saying? You could do something else. You could take up a trade. You can get a job. You can start your own business. You know, invest in yourself, whatever. Start learning a couple things at the end of the day. I know it's people out there tired of ducking in the store when they see the police coming. I know it's people that's tired of, dang, man, I got a warrant, man. I don't know, this police, he D-ride, man. He about to... Nah, they got a job at the end of the day. You go get a job. And then when you get in a job and you got kids and stuff that you providing for your family and people can be in the way of your livelihood, you're going to look at it different. Like, nah, I got a job too. I ain't telling nobody to do as grown men and women. Whatever you could do, whatever you choose to do, but it's another way, man. That's all I'm saying. That's the point that I'm trying to get to. It's another way. For me, Jesus is the way. God saved my life, bro. 2012, man, I got shot. When I'm on the ground, man, I'm like, man, I'm praying to God, like, just I'm gonna go back real fast or whatever. You know, if you been with me up to this point, you might as well listen. You probably gonna get something out of it. I've been doing it for a minute, for a nice little while. I started off selling, you know, bud. I was like smoking and selling when I was like 13. I started selling coke at like 15, dope at like 16. By then I was on to everything. By like 18, 19, God showed me a couple things. He changed a couple things for me. He turned my life around, whatever. I've been in and out of jail. It seemed like I just couldn't catch a break, bro. I just kept going back and forth to jail, back and forth to jail, back and forth to jail, back and forth. I'm like, dang, bro, like, whatever. Still doing whatever, though. Go ahead, my bad. So, I'm like, anyway, God snatched me right out the midst of everything that I was doing. Just like how I was just living recently, I was living like that back then. It's 2011, December. God, he lifted that burden right up off me. Like, in no time, like, I had no desire. It was like a spiritual experience, spiritual encounter that I had with God, man. Like, he really real. Like, he showed me, like, he really revealed himself to me. So, I ain't got no desire to use no drugs or sell no drugs. I ain't trying to go to no casino, but I ain't even bored either. I'm not even bored. I'm okay. Like, I can not turn up and I still feel good. I still at peace. I still feel at peace with myself. So I'm like, all right, cool, you know, whatever. But I still had a little legal situation I had to take care of. But all the many times where I went to jail, it was like, yeah, I was like not completely stressing. Like, I got an optimistic mindset, so part of me is like, you gotta play the cards that's dope. But at the same time, like, man, this in the way. I ain't got, man, whatever. This particular time when God, like, delivered me from that lifestyle, I turned myself in, like, but I prepared myself. Like, yo, all right, cool. I gotta do what I gotta do. Let me just get this behind me. But, you know, I was drug-free, stress-free. You know, my mind clear. I went to jail. I maxed out, came home, no probation, parole, ISP, no papers. I'm good. Still drug-free, still, you feel me? Whatever. I'm like, yo, I'm going to Bible study Thursdays, Fridays. I'm going to church, whatever. I made my own curfew for myself. Like, yo, I'm not even, ain't nothing good out there for me, like, past 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock was my curfew. I ain't even doing nothing. I ain't beat. In no time, I started making the little small compromises. I was disciplining myself. When I stopped disciplining myself, I started, all right, well, it's the weekend now. I can come in the crib at 12. People telling me, yo, bro, you know, I got the bud, bro. I'm ignoring it for the first couple times. before I know it, like I ain't really paying attention to the the little patterns that's leading me to go back. Slowly but surely, I'm turning away from God for real, for real. So anyway, I get shot. I'm on the ground like, God, man, if you see my life, I'ma live right, I'ma do right, this and that, da da da. Before I know it, I'm right back. He saved my life. So for a couple years, I'm like, man, I know I'm out of the will of God, bro. I'm subjected to the dangers of whatever go on out here. All right, cool. Like I know what's going on, so we can cross that bridge when we get to it. Whatever happened. But I don't wanna go that way. I ain't trying to die in my sin and go to hell. That's the fire I was talking about. When I say let's talk about this fire, that's the fire I'm talking about. Hell is real, and best believe if you can't take 90-degree weather, you can't take Florida heat, you can't take, striking the match and burning your thumb, or a lighter getting too close to you or something like that. You ain't taking that fire. You ain't taking that heat. You feel me? I don't want to live like that. Being tormented, cursing God, and yelling and screaming and crying and gnashing is darkness. Just like, bro, I don't want to live like that. Whatever. It's the way that we ain't got to live like that. Anyway, so I'm like, yo, I'm subjected to the dangers, like, for like 2 years straight. After I got shot, I made that vow to God. Before you know it, I'm right back. I'm right back. Like, y'all got the, they gave me the perks. I ain't trying to get high, though. Real life story, though. I'm talking about events. I'm talking about I can go back to days and times, but people attention span ain't really that long. The point that I'm really making is it's fire. You feel me? That fire coming. That Bible ain't no myth. It ain't no story tale. It ain't no fairy tale. It ain't no just no made up story. you was deceived by the things that you heard about church and all that, listen, man, reach out to me. I don't go to no church where they keep talking about money and prosperity and God got a blessing for you and all that, but they not telling you about your sins and wrongdoings towards God at the end of the day. I know if a person can tell me that I'm doing something wrong and giving me the instructions on how I can do it right, and that can save me from some trouble, I feel like, oh, that's love. Not seeing me at the end of the day, you see me that I'm about to walk into a ditch and I'm blind, and you don't grab the back of my shirt and be like, whoa, bro, don't go that way. If you see that I'm about to walk into a ditch and you know that I'm blind and I really don't see what's going on, and you see that I'm about to fall into that, and you don't warn me or you don't tell me, you don't love me. So if somebody can tell me about something that I'm doing wrong or I'm in error in some way and can instruct me and teach me and show me how to get it right, I feel like that's worth following. Anyway, man, I'm going to end it off. Got things to do in the morning. Jesus love y'all, so do I. Wherever it is, with the love of God, I don't even got to know you, I love you. That's how God works. It's people, bro, it's people that he put in our lives that really do, like, really love us. Like, you ever seen a person that can show love and it just, you don't even know that, like, person say good morning to you and you looking at it strange. Like, it's not a strange thing. Like, some people really just loving people at the end of the day. So whoever it is, man, I seen a couple people on here that's out there that know that I was out there, man. If you ain't seen me, just know that's God's word. That's Jesus' word. It ain't me. Leave it up to me, I would have been out there. I would have still been out there popping off, doing this in a well, doing nah. I don't gotta live like that. God provided a way of escape from that lifestyle for me. So I owe him my life. I owe him enough to say, yo, all right, that's it. I'm giving this up. I owe him even more to tell people, to show people like, yo, God did this for me. He can do this for you too. So at the end of the day, man, come to him before it's too late. I ain't trying to be no preacher, none of that, man. I just know I know how real God is, bro. I know what he did in my life, and he did it many a times. I turned my back on him, he still didn't. He still do it for me, man. He gave me too many chances for me to blow it this time. I can't blow it, man. But be aware of that fire. Watch out for that fire, because it's coming.